Hey guys, welcome to the X's and O's with Extra Mile. We are so honored and privileged to have everyone here tonight. So it is going to be a blast, as always. Never a dull moment and a fun time with Mr. Old Papa Smurf, the man.
What's happening? What's going on?
So
How is everyone?
Whoa. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Matt, Tyler, Christy, thank you so much for having me on. I'm super excited. What's up, everybody in the chats? You know it's Papa Smurf, and we back to have a good time. So
yeah,
Yes. That's what I'm talking
how's
about.
everybody doing? How you guys doing?
We're doing awesome. I'm
Good.
doing awesome. How's your weekend going? Or how has it gone, I should say?
It's going great. I got off early today at work just to be here and hang out with you guys. So yeah, I'm excited.
I love it. I love it. I love
That's
it.
awesome.
Dude, we are honored to have Mr. Papa Smurf, known as Mr. Eric. He is the legend and the almighty legend in the detail community. I'm going to tell you, he's got some incredible stuff. We can't wait to get into his background and his history and how he got into the detail community, all the things that he brings to the community. He's got an incredible YouTube channel. We'll talk about that. And he does such an amazing job on the influencing side of the detailing, representing products. He just does an amazing job. Let's not say the fact that his work is just outstanding. If you have not seen his work, you definitely are missing out when you go and check him out. Definitely on his YouTube channel, and we'll have him talk about that. And also, he's on Instagram. I'm sure other platforms will have him share as well. But he, the amazing thing with Papa Smurf is that, Christy, this guy is not just a detailer. I mean, he is a full-time employee and runs and does something besides detailing. I mean, pretty wild. I mean, my hat goes off to these detailers such as Eric and Papa Smurf, that full-time work and puts out the content and still killing the detail industry and doing the things that he's doing. So what are your thoughts? I mean, pretty crazy, don't you think?
You guys are making me blush, man. Come on.
It is pretty amazing because, like you said, Papa, we know you have a full-time job. You work in the automotive industry in a shop, correct?
Correct.
And I know that you work. I mean, we're not talking about part-time. You have a full-time gig, and yet you still have time to bring the kind of content that you do at the caliber that you do, and that is amazing. I don't know how you do it, but why don't you tell us how you do it?
Well,
I think we should start with the intro, and then we'll let them get into it. Let's do our little video for, and then we're gonna.
I forgot about that.
Yay! I want to see.
All right.
Hopefully, I do you justice, Papa.
Oh man, I have faith in you, Christy.
Here we go.
Papa Smurf would call himself an average weekend warrior, but we know he's way more than that. Papa Smurf has stolen the hearts of his viewers with his knowledgeable videos, his detailed product reviews, and his insane smile through it all, showing his love for his viewers and for what he does. Please welcome Papa Smurf. Yay!
Thank you.
Welcome,
everybody. What's up, Mike G? Hello, everybody in the chats. I know I see you guys. I'm trying to type in the comments,
there's
but
a lot of comments here.
Yeah, I'm trying to type, but hello, everybody in the comments. It's easier than me getting in here and typing. Everybody, what's up? Mike G, I shout you out in my video tomorrow, man. You got to stay tuned. I'll be up till like 2 o'clock in the morning editing my video, but
oh my gosh.
Oh man, guys, everybody's shouting out Mike G.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious when you guys see the video. It was a reference to one of Mike G's videos, and I laughed so hard at it that I had to kind of re-mention it in my video. So I had to shout him out because I just laughed so hard at it. So.
I love it.
So, Papa, let's jump right into it. Are you ready?
I was born ready, Christy. Come on.
I feel that. I feel that in my soul. But, we started talking about the fact that you do a lot. Tell us, how do you find the time to work a full-time job? Not to mention, you are a husband, you are a father, and I know you have kids that are busy. I know they're involved in different things. You are really juggling quite a bit, and you make it look so easy.
It does.
Tell us how. What is the secret? Because I need to know.
Yeah.
And so does everybody else here.
Well, for one, apple juice and tequila.
There you go.
But no, it's really is. There's no secret, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows like what people make it think on social media. But doing these videos is kind of a way for me to kind of unwind and kind of disconnect a little bit from the real world, even though it is the real world, if that makes any sense. It's just a way for me to kind of disconnect and kind of just focus on something other than everything else I've been doing throughout the day. So, and it started out like that. So it's hard now. Obviously, it's really hard. There's, as you guys know, 24 hours is not enough time in a day. I mean, let's just be real. It's hard. And sometimes, you know, sometimes it could be overwhelming. Sometimes you get burnt out. Sometimes you lose motivation, and this comes with everybody. I know everybody can feel that. So yeah, it's just a way of trying to find that balance, and really building that family through YouTube and all you guys, and you know, the Smurf fam and everybody like that, and meeting people that I would never have met or known if it wasn't for YouTube. So. That's always in the back of your head. And, you know, I'm not looking for millions of views on my videos. I'm not looking that people are going to watch and I'm going to become this superstar and I'm going to be signing autographs at the Southern Detailers Conference or anything like that, you know. But yeah, it's fun. It's really fun and it's stressful, but it's worth it in the end. Like, I really enjoy just replying to comments. Like, and you know, a lot of people say, you know, when you get big, like, can you imagine having, you know, 500,000 subscribers and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments? I would still try my best to just reply to everybody because I love interacting with everybody that takes the time to watch my videos. The least I can do is take my time to reply back to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I have to touch on here because Humberto already said I didn't give you credit for it. And I know I have to. You're a great cook.
Yeah.
I know that.
I was going to ask about that
you
too.
You can burn it up on a barbecue because I've,
yes.
You know, I've heard this, and I think I've seen some like Instagram post things where you're getting to town, and then you love tacos. So, you know, everybody knows you as PapaSmurf, but they also know you as the Taco Man. I mean, tacos and PapaSmurf go together. But I have a question.
They call me Taco Smurf.
Taco Smurf. There you go. But I have a question. How did PapaSmurf come along? Where did that name originate?
So I don't have the pictures are inside. So PapaSmurf came from, so it originated, its original source, if we want to go back 10, 12 years from now, I started a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel was PAPASMURF918. So back when I used to race motorcycles, I had an all blue Yamaha R6, and I rode it on the streets for a while, and I was kind of crazy. And my buddy of mine said, "Hey man, you know, these weekend extravaganzas up in the twisties are fun, but it's dangerous. Take it to the track. Let's go to the track." So he got me into the track, and then I fell in love with it. I mean, and then I started going to the track. I started racing, and I bought a suit, a full leather suit, and my suit was blue, and my helmet was blue. So everybody used to make fun of me and tell me I look like a Smurf out on track. So that was my name.
Okay.
My name was Smurf. And then fast forward just a few years after that, you know, I grew the beard, and everybody started calling me PapaSmurf out on the racetrack. So that's where it originated from, was from racing back in my AFM days, racing the bikes. And so when I started my YouTube channel, I was like, I'm not just going to start another channel. I just started uploading to the channel I already had. So if you go way back into my channel, you'll see all these bike videos and me at the track. And all of a sudden, it's my very first detail video with my daughter. And she's like 4 years old. It's the cutest video. In my garage when it was just a mess. One take, I didn't even know how to edit or anything like that. I just set my GoPro Heroes. I think I was like a GoPro 3 back then, you know, like, and yeah, that's where it started. So I just started uploading to that channel. So that, and I didn't expect anything out of it. And then all of a sudden when it kind of started growing, I got to the point where I was like, I can't change my name. Now everybody knows me as Papa now, PapaSmurf. So I just stuck with it and said, you know, whatever, I'm going to roll with the punches. And now I'm known worldwide, globally, and you know, I can't go anywhere without people taking my pictures. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh, that's great.
I'm totally kidding, guys. I'm not that conceited. I'm sorry. I'm just a little guy.
I was buying it completely.
Yeah, I know. That's so. So you are in the automotive industry now?
Yes.
Do you run your own shop, or is it a family shop, or is it independent? Yep. How does that work?
It's a family business. So my dad's owned a shop since I was in a stroller.
Wow.
And I pretty much, I pretty much grew up around cars. Started wrenching when I was probably 7 years old. I was out there, you know, jacking up cars and pulling tires off and patching tires. That's where I started. And just kind of, I was that kid that kind of just hung around the shop. Hey, what's this? What's that? What's this? What does that do? What does that do? You know, and and it just turned into me wanting to work on cars. And then, and fast forward 20 years later, arthritis here, hands hurting there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then
are you guys,
go ahead, Tyler.
I was just going to say, you're like a specialty shop, or what do you, is it just all maintenance, or do you specialize, you know, like in exhaust or suspension or?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, we do, like, we work on anything, right?
Okay.
Except for, so right now it's just me at the shop. You know, my coworker left. So we've got this big shop and it's just me in there with 6 lifts running back and forth crazy all day.
Holy cow.
Wow.
6 lifts, huh?
Yeah, well, 7 if you include the alignment rack. But yeah, so you know, it's me, my dad, and my brother, and we're just holding it down. The 3 amigos, and we just, you know, we just get it done, and it's hard because, you know, trying to find help nowadays, you know, it's a struggle, man. Trying to find somebody that knows what they're doing and you can trust.
Sure.
It's really hard, man. And my coworker quit. Put a lot of stress on me. So, I mean, it's cool because, you know, it makes the days go by quicker and everything. But, you know, it's wear and tear, man. It's
not easy.
It's not easy. It's definitely not
easy. Neither is detailing. So
exactly.
Every day.
No, hey, my hats go off to all those that detail every day, because when I detail on a Sunday, I need about 2 to 3 days to recover after that.
Yeah. Oh, I feel you.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So and I hate it here.
How did that lead you into the detailing side? Like, how did that go into that side of things? I mean,
I guess you could say it definitely influenced me. So growing up around cars, working on cars, you know, I had my first car when I was 13 years old, and I put a motor in it. It was a customer's car. I bought it off a customer that rolled in and the head gasket blew. It was an 87 Toyota Supra.
Oh, nice.
And 5-speed. I didn't even know how to drive really at that point. But I was like, I want this car. And my dad was like, well, put an engine in it. I'll buy the engine. You put it in. It's your car. And I was like, yes, sir. So
there you go.
yeah, I spent probably every weekend for about a month putting the engine in that thing. It was a 7M GE. It was a non-turbo, but we put that engine in and I got it running. And yeah, that was my car. So I learned how to drive stick. I took my driving test in that car in a stick.
Wow. Wow.
Because I just loved it. I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And then I started getting into, you know, performance. And when I really actually got my permit and was actually able to drive legally, I would only drive it in Mexico when I didn't have my license. I'm just saying. But yeah, you know, it led into that, getting into cars, and then, you know, wanting to keep my car clean. So it started kind of at that young age. You know, I'd go out and vacuum. I'd grab that Armor Roll. I would slather it all over my dash. I mean,
Old
it
school
was
turtle
like a
wax.
holy invite to all the bugs and dust. I said, man, you ain't got a dustier dash than me with this Armor Roll. Yeah, that's where it led. And then it just, it proceeded to just increase. I'd wash it every other day. I was out there cleaning my car. You know, I had the stereo system in it, and yeah, it led to high school, and just every weekend, every Friday night, we would be washing our cars. We'd get a group of our friends together, detail party. We'd clean our cars, wax them up, slather on that nice tire shine that ends up on the side of your car, man, and just we'd go out and yeah, every Friday on the weekends and go out and just meet up and do some racing in Mexico, and yeah, it's always been like that since then. I've always wanted to keep my cars clean, so that's where it manifested.
Nice.
That's sweet.
Do you still have the detailing parties? Do you still have friends that come over? Did that carry on into your adulthood, or did you lose that?
No, now it's more like, hey, I'm gonna drop my car for you to detail.
Oh,
yeah.
Drop it off, or
How about your?
Yep, pretty much.
7 Supra.
What's up?
What happened to the Supra?
Oh,
I ended up selling. Yeah, I ended up selling it. So I drove it for a while, and then in high school, I was driving it. Halfway through my senior year, I sold it to a buddy of mine because he asked me every single day, when are you going to send me the Supra? When are you going to send me the Supra? When are you going to send me the Supra? And then what happened was at work, we used to do used car inspections for this dealership. And so anytime somebody would trade a car in, they would bring it to us. We'd inspect it, make sure it's good to go. They'd put it on the lot and sell it. Well, one day, this Mitsubishi Eclipse showed up, turbo, and I was like, what is this? This thing is clean. And if you guys ever seen Fast and the Furious,
there you go.
this was in that era, and I was like, and the first time I drove it and the first time I felt the power of a turbo, I fell in love, and I was like, I need to have this car. So I ended up selling my Supra to a buddy of mine and used that as a down payment on my Eclipse.
Nice.
Very cool.
Oh, nice.
And
very cool.
Fast forward, I had that Eclipse for 13, 14 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I put almost 300,000 miles on that thing. I bought it with like 40,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And I learned everything I learned about a turbo car, building motors and everything like that. Shout out Fast and the Furious, RIP Paul Walker.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That era, I'm sorry, you'll just never beat that era. I mean, you will never get that back. The car scene has never been the same. It just that's what sparked my love for that car. And I still, if you guys still follow my channel, I still have an Eclipse, same exact car, but it's all-wheel drive. Mine got totaled in front of my house. We can talk about that more later, but yeah, it just grows and grows and grows and grows when it comes to cars, detailing, keeping my cars clean, and now even more than ever, yeah, it's just
Just the thing.
That's awesome.
That's freaking crazy. So you got mini Papa Smurf I see out there on your videos. So are we getting him into the in the trenches to learn how to carry on the tradition of Papa Smurf? And is he interested in? Is he in the shop as well? Is that something that he's shows interest, or no?
Oh, 100%. He's always out here helping me detail. He loves coming to the shop with me. I had him, I think last time I had him down. So anytime I do an oil change, you know, some of these newer ones, they have the cartridges where you have to drop the cartridge out, take the O-ring off, put the new O-ring on, put the cartridge in, and screw it back in. That was his job, was to change the O-ring and put the filter in, put it back up, or tighten it. He has no problems doing that. I have him set all the tire pressures on the cars. We did, some suspension work. He helped me take some struts out. He was using the air guns. I mean,
I love it.
He's me,
That's awesome.
and it's really crazy to think about it. Like, this was me with my dad. Like, I just look at him and I'm like, this was me with my dad, and it's crazy. And he's all for it. He is a hands-on. Every single one of his cars that are in there, any kind of like RC cars, toys, takes them all apart.
Oh,
wow.
He has to. Anything that moves or is motorized, he takes them apart. And I'm like, that's
awesome.
There you go.
That was
Isn't
me.
it crazy
He's
how
going places.
like life comes full circle? It is so surreal when you like just see it happening in front of your eyes. Now, when he takes them apart, can you put them back together?
Yeah, see, that's what we're working on.
Just curious.
That's what we're working on. He's real good at taking stuff apart, but that whole putting them back, that's the other part. He's just like, okay, it's apart.
Yeah.
Leave it on the floor.
Yeah. My son is the same way, and then all of a sudden I'll see things in like 30 different pieces, and I'm like, wait, is that what we just bought? That are you gonna put it back together? He's like,
Smurf scale.
Awesome.
Smurf scale.
Oh, I saw that.
I love the Smurf scale, dude. That is like
shout out Mike G said it in the comments. I'm sorry, guys.
Did.
Normally, I'm really active in the comments, guys, and I apologize if you guys had any questions for me in the comments. Feel free to drop them again. I'm just chatting. I'm a chatterbox. So
I really like this from Rick Smith. Before the Fast and the Furious, Smurf was just slow and curious.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Without a beard. No beard.
Awesome.
I was beardless Smurf.
Oh my gosh.
That is great.
That is
So,
awesome.
Well, I think, real quick to interrupt, I was going to say, I think it's time for our first giveaway of the evening.
Oh, okay.
If you guys
all
are ready,
right.
we're there. I got a question.
I have a question.
All right.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
And what are we
Ears
giving
open.
away for this first giveaway, Matt?
I say we'll do the popper cut. We'll do the final one. We'll do the final one. Let's do the
Want to do Glossom Wax?
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so this is for some Glossom Wax. First one in the chat. We'll get it. So here we go. Papa Smurf talked about the fact that he used to race motorcycles. What was the name or the brand of the motorcycle that he said he raced?
Ooh.
I was going to ask the same question.
Whoa, I like it.
I win?
I was right with you.
I'm just kidding.
Not the color. You got to tell me what kind of bike was it?
What kind of bike?
Make and model.
There you go.
Make and model.
Ooh.
Or should we just do make?
Yamaha?
Should we just
There's a lot of Yamahas out there.
Yeah,
there is. I don't know. I think we should. Was anybody listening for the model?
I got it.
They had to have heard it.
I wrote it down.
I got it too, because I used to be a bike guy.
Oh, look at. We'll see, Eileen. Look at what she said. She's close.
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 Very close.
Yamaha.
Skynet T9 1000. Oh, yep. And robots.
I don't know. Rick Smith was the first one to get the make, at least. What do you guys think? Should we give it to Rick? Yamaha. I don't think they heard.
I don't think.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
Here, I'll give you guys a clue. Look, I'll give you a clue.
Oh, look, he's going to give a little clue here.
It is a Yamaha, but what is the exact model?
That's it over there on the wall. Look.
Ooh.
Eileen says it's blue. That's all I got.
Nope. It's not blue because it turned into different colors. So.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I think we should just give it to Rick.
All right, Rick.
We'll give it to him.
All right.
Rick is the winner of this one.
Yes, it was a Yamaha, but it was
R6.
Yes, Tyler, it was an R6.
R6.
Yes.
Hey, you guys better really be listening because we're gonna be quizzing you here.
Yeah.
So on the giveaways, just a heads up, those that win. So Rick, if Tyler, I should get something. I haven't written it down. If we can just write down who won, for you, and then we'll need to get the address, and then we'll send those stuff out to you this week. So. Whoever wins those products that we do this we will send those out this week. We'll need your address. So Rick, if you can send those to us, that would be awesome. Thank you.
I got you down so we won't forget it.
Perfect.
So
Awesome.
I have a question for Mr. Papa here.
Shoot.
You do incredible work. Obviously, I see it. I watch it on YouTube. I see. I mean, it really is. It really is good work. I'm not just saying that because you're on here. It's pretty amazing. From the transformation of your buddy's big Suburban, I remember looking at that when you were using Kraken. Just hard, dedicated work, and the transformation that took place in that was insane. And then we talk about the cars that you have basically done intense paint correction on, and just brought such amazing life back into these particular vehicles. What my question, I guess, is what do you find most enjoyable about detailing? And maybe like narrow it down to an area. I mean, if it's the exterior or the interior, what makes it more enjoyable or more satisfaction?
So for me, honestly, I like taking something that is a 2 and turning it into a 9. You know what I mean? So I don't care for interiors. I really don't. I cannot stand doing interiors. But I do them. Sure. And they're fun. Afterwards, you look and I just did one this past weekend, an interior, and that's all he wanted. You know, I still washed the outside because there's no way I can detail the inside of a car without washing the outside. There's just no way. I can't. He was like, I really don't care about the outside. I still gave it a quick little wash, nothing crazy at all. You know, it had this tire shine on it. I'm telling you guys, I have never seen it in my life. I scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it. It wasn't like a Duracoating on the tire. It was just blotchy, nasty, greasy. I'm talking, I was like, oh, well, whatever, you know, don't care, you know. 2 years ago, I might have sat there for 2 hours scrubbing those tires, but no one to quit, guys. But he said, I just want the interior done. His son opened up a barbecue sauce packet and it flew all over the roof.
Oh man.
Dang, kids.
Yep. And so he said, really, that's my main concern. I just want the roof cleaned up. So I said, you know what? And we'll talk about my approach as far as pricing goes for me. We'll talk about that later. I definitely want to get into that because it's helped me a lot. Yep. I'm not a business or anything, but like for people that just kind of do their friends and family, like it really works well for me. But you know, I did the interior and I said, I can't stand doing interiors, but I'm going to dial this interior in for him because I know that's what he wants. And record timing for Smurf, 3.5 hours. I did a full interior, steam clean, extract. I mean, the whole 9. And I was kind of blown away, you know. And he texted me the next morning and he said, dude, you absolutely killed it. Like, I feel so fresh in my car right now. And I told him, I was like, well, you're going to get better miles per gallon as well, since the inside's clean. It's going to run smoother now too. But just that satisfaction of when people just look at their car and they just go, man, like it has never been this clean. Like, and you've provided that for me. And that satisfaction, it's kind of like when I cook for people. You know, me and Aaron, you know, Phoenix EOD, we talk about this all the time. I love cooking for people. And it's kind of like that same satisfaction, like when somebody bites into a taco I made or bites into my ribs or bites into my brisket. They're just like, oh my goodness, this is so, it's that satisfaction of people just loving what you've provided for them. And, you know, that whole transformation thing, taking something that just looks like crap and making it just look amazing, man. That really is what gets it for me. And during the process, I'm dropping F-bombs and I could be so pissed through that process. But at the end, when I stand back and I'm just like, yeah, look at this thing. Like, yes.
I did that.
People love my meat, Becca. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Well, I mean, that's crazy. So obviously, it's interesting. It becomes more of a common thing with a lot of people is that their first choice is definitely not an interior detail. They prefer the exterior,
Yes.
and I can understand that. I mean, because the interior, I mean, not that the exterior can't take the time to be dialed in, but interiors can be very challenging. I mean, depending on, because you don't know what you're getting inside. I mean, yeah, there's stains, but you don't know what type of stain. What kind of
Yep.
chemicals are going to react to it? What do you need to use for that? What kind of tools? Like, you get into a paint and outside, you have tools and you can narrow it down to, okay, is it in the starting stages of oxidation? Is it fading? Is it doing this? What kind of products can I use? You most of the time have dialed in products that you prefer or use best for certain cars. And as you probably know as well, each car and each brand's paint is different. Some's thicker, some's, and that plays a factor too. But it's interesting that, that you say that. I mean, I think the interiors seem to be pretty challenging for a lot of people. That's definitely a challenge for me too.
Yep.
Some of these dirty ones I get, I just like, oh man.
Especially older ones, because then
I'm gonna hang something on my window. This sun is just. But keep talking. I'm listening.
Yeah, I was gonna just say older interiors especially are tricky.
Oh, older interiors are a little bit
if you
more.
get too aggressive,
you got to worry about deterioration, making it worse than it already is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or you get to a chemical that's even maybe not so high in pH, but it's kind of a neutral thing, and you start wiping the door panels. How many times you've done that on an old car and you start seeing a little discolor
streaks.
or it's peeling off because it's just so fragile and it's just got that old material that's been just sun rotten.
We had the one where we started lightly wiping like the wiper stock, with the paint on it, and it like wiped off. I was like, oh, and I mean, it wasn't even anything aggressive.
Yeah,
you've probably all done that before.
Sorry about that, guys. That sun was blinding me.
So it seems to be a challenge, but no, it's interesting. So how long did it take you to get to the paint correction dial-in section of really feeling comfortable doing it? Because that, be honest, the paint correction status thing is not something you learn right away. That's trial and error. There's a lot of time invested. What did you do to kind of get your skills to the level where you felt comfortable working on a car that could get you to the results that you wanted to do?
So it did take a while. So when I started, actually, the first time I ever put a polisher on paint was my old 99 Honda Accord that I had. RIP Zelda, that was his name. He got totaled in front of my house. It's kind of a long story. I'll sum it up. When I first bought my new GSX, the Dark Knight, the one I have now that you guys always see me posting on, when I first got that vehicle, I said, I want to dial in this paint. I want to make this thing look amazing. So I got on YouTube and started looking up how to polish cars. First thing I looked up, first channel I came across was Dallas Paint Correction. And then I found Apex Auto Detail. And then I found Fab's channel. Those were the three channels that I watched. And I went to Harbor Freight and bought a Chicago Electric little polisher. Before, now they're Bauer, but back when they had the Chicago Electrics. I got it on sale with the coupon for like $38. And I went out on my Honda Accord. I just wiped it down. Like, I didn't even know about deconning and contamination in the paint. I didn't know about none of that. I went down to AutoZone and I bought some Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. That was the first compound I ever used. First liquid I ever put on a car. And I bought an orange pad from Griot's Garage. And I went out on my Honda and I was so terrified. You guys, I was so terrified of burning through the paint. Like if I just touched it, it was going to burn through the paint. And I polished like half the door. And I was like, oh, wow, that wasn't that bad, you know? I was like, I need more practice before I do my GSX. So
there's your motorcycle. Was that your motorcycle just went by?
A flyby. It never fails. Never fails. Go back and watch my videos. Every video there's a flyby. Every video. So that's where it started, and I said I need some more help. So I asked a buddy of mine, let me borrow your car. Let me borrow your car. I want to practice polishing on it. Okay. I spent the day practicing on his car. And I did that about 3 times. Then I realized, why am I doing this for free? This is a lot of freaking work. Like, so after that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to polish my GSX. And I bought, what did I buy? I bought a Max Shine M15 Pro. And that was my first big boy polisher, I guess you would call it. Because I had a car show to go to. And I was like, I want to dial this thing in. And if you go back and watch that video, my daughter's in it, and she does the intro for me. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. She was so small. She was with wonder. She was missing teeth, and she did the intro for me, and it's the most adorable thing in the world. And I polished my car with that Max Shine, and after that, it was just, I need more. I want more. I want to polish more. I want to polish more. I want to learn. I want to hone in my skills. So I was doing details for virtually nothing, you know, not interiors, but like exteriors. Just like, hey, can I borrow your car? Can I clean it? I mean, I would wash the outside and stuff like that and get it all cleaned up and touch up the inside. But I wanted to learn to polish. So this was before I had test panels and test hoods and stuff like that. I was just like, I need to do it more. I need to do it more. I need to do it more. I need to get more time under my belt. And after, you know, a few months go by, you know, I would say after like a year and a half was where I really started getting comfortable. And before I really started realizing and becoming the paint whisperer. That's me. Because I always say the paint will talk to you. I mean, it'll talk to you. And I get I get made fun of kind of sometimes in the comments. But I'm like, literally it talks to you. When you do a pass and you do a test section, it'll tell you I need more or I'm good. You know, so about a year and a half in was where I really started to get comfortable with saying, hey, it's this amount of money to polish your car. And shout out Aaron in the chats, because I was doing stuff for dirt cheap for so long. I mean, I was spending days, sometimes 2 days on cars for $400, $500. You know what I mean? And it's finally, shoot, it's been 5 years now since I started my channel, I think. Channel, not channel, if Fab watches. If Fab is supposed to come in here, he says I say channel. I don't say channel, I say channel, you know, but channel. It finally started raising my prices, but you know, get to the point where you're comfortable, to the point where you realize it's really, really difficult. Now, people are going to take this with a grain of salt, but it is extremely hard to burn through paint with the foam pad. Unless you really, really have no idea what you're doing, you just fall asleep on the polisher, then yeah, you're going to burn through paint. But once I started realizing, wow, this is a lot harder than it, like the paint, not
not the skill.
Not the skill wise, but this is a lot harder. Like, oh, okay, all right. And then actually working with multiple different manufacturers and clear coats, and you start learning what soft clear is, what's medium clear, what's hard clear, what's all, you know, because you hear all these terms when you're looking in, like, oh, it's soft paint, you know. It's not soft paint, it's soft clear. That's like, it's not, it's the clears over everything. So it's not the color, it's the clear, you know, that you have to worry about. And now they switched over to that water-based clear, which is a lot softer and a lot thinner. I mean, you're getting newer cars.
Oh yeah.
There is no way that if somebody who had like a brand new car, if it's not like an expensive car, like a nice car, you're getting like 2.5 mils on that thing, and there's no way I'm going to do a 2-step correction on that. You're getting an enhancement, and that's all you're getting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because I'm not going to put myself in that situation. And that's a lot of stuff that you learn as you start polishing more cars. You know what I mean? And obviously, there's that time where you burn through, and you have to. I did it on purpose on one of my older panels just to see what it looked like when you burn through. And it's like, all right, get that out of the way. It's the best thing I can. And Brian over at Apex Detail, he always says that. Get a panel and burn through the clear. Just so you know how it feels, But believe it or not, I don't own a paint thickness gauge. I don't. Don't smite me. Do not smite me. But yeah, it's one of those where I don't want to say I have like a sixth sense for it, but I'm next door to a body shop. I've been kind of in the industry. I can look at a car and be like, this was painted.
Yep.
This was painted for sure. This was repainted. I'm going to tread very lightly here. And sometimes, sorry, I'm trying to read the comments and engage as well. Rick Smith, I appreciate that, man. Channel. Oh, look, Mark decided to join in. But yes,
channel.
Polishing paint is so much fun, and it's nowhere near as scary as anybody thinks it is. Trust me. If anyone's in the chats and you're wanting to polish paint and you're scared, do not be scared at all. Like it's a lot easier. Now, when you're talking about getting on like a freaking Corvette with some finicky paint and you want to dial it in, yes, your nerves are going to get to you. And sometimes, what combo works for you here is not going to work with you here. And you got to, what I call adapt to survive. Adapt to survive. And you get a, you get a car and you're just like, man, everything I'm doing is just not working. What am I going to do? That's the time where you just got to take a deep breath, step back and go, okay, what haven't I tried? And that's why they say experience is better than knowledge, right? You can know everything there is to know about polishing a car. But if you've never got out there and polished a car, it means nothing. It means nothing.
Yep.
So do you prefer a rotary or a DA?
Christy.
It's a good question.
I prefer
Mr. Paint Correction Guru over here. I'm assuming you have a favorite or one you go to.
Or
I prefer my ShineMate 15mm polisher.
Okay.
Dual action. I don't own a big rotary. I want to get into that, and because this whole jeweling thing, with DIY's process of jeweling with the rotary, and I'm really curious and I want to learn. But I do have I have the Flex PXE80 and I have the ShineMate EB210, and I absolutely love them on rotary mode. So I know that I would love a big rotary. I just haven't gotten into it. But everything I've done has been with the dual action, and I get stellar results. I do see myself getting a rotary soon. Actually, I was just talking with Adrian with I Am Detailed AF. He has the ShineMate rotary. I said, man, I want to get one. I want to try it, and I know I'll fall in love with it. And should I get a cordless? And I was talking with Chris at Carzilla, and it's like $600 for the ShineMate cordless rotary. And I'm like, once I go, like, I love my little mini polishers because they're cordless. And I know if I get a big cordless polisher, every single one of my corded polishers is going to collect dust.
Yep.
And all like 9 of them. I think I got like 8 or 9 freaking polishers. But I think either way, I mean, it's whatever you want to use. You can jewel. You can jewel with a dual action. Absolutely. I mean, it's all about technique. I mean, give me a Walmart polisher and I will dial a car in. It takes 5 years of learning how to do that, but it doesn't, the tools, they matter to an extent to me. It's the person using the tools, just like with products. People are so concerned about the best products. It's like,
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
a lot of best products.
there's a lot of best products. I mean, there's probably 25 compounds and polishes that'll get me results that I'm happy with. Like, why does it matter? Oh,
Yeah.
have you ever tried a roasted chicken on one of those? Rotisserie chickens are the bomb. What? Wait, what?
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Wait a minute. Who are talking about rotisserie chickens, man?
I mean,
Oh, love it.
Papa Smurf will pay for a repaint. Hey, no,
Oh,
siree, Bob.
man.
That's not my job.
So I saw a comment earlier. So is the chirping of Mr. Papa going to be at SEMA? Is that true?
A little birdie says, yes, I'm going to be a SEMA.
oh,
nice.
You know, I want to go. I've said that forever, but it's like so difficult to even get tickets. Like I've tried years and it's impossible. They make it so challenging. I just give up, dude. I don't even really want to.
You can't give up. You cannot give
so
up.
what I've gone to is I'm going to go to Mobile Tech, and I hear you
See?
may not go now, and that's not going to be very good because you
It's-
and Aaron
yeah,
are supposed
yeah.
to be there.
It's going to be, I was supposed to go to Mobile Tech, but Mobile Tech is the exact dates of my daughter's cheer nationals in Vegas. So,
family first.
Yep.
you know, I was planning to go. Like, my wife wasn't very happy with me. And I was like, just get your sister to go. I went last year. I'll pay for everything. Like, just, you know, I really want to go to Mobile Tech. And then when SEMA came up, I said, you know what? What's more likely that I can go to, more affordable for me, is going to SEMA. So rather than not going to anything at all, I'd rather go to SEMA.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there was no way. There was no way. I mean, let's face it. If I would have went to Mobile Tech, I would have came back, and y'all would have seen me on a milk carton. Let's just be real. I would have been missing Papa Smurf. Have you seen him? He looks like this. Has a beard this long. Have you seen him? Have not seen him since he's left to Mobile Tech. Where did I go?
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh my God.
So is Phoenix going to Mobile Tech now, or are they just SEMA?
I think Aaron said he was.
Oh yeah, Aaron's going.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was, because I know he's going to SEMA. I didn't know if that meant he was not gonna.
So does Phoenix have a booth, or they just Aaron's just going?
I'll let Aaron answer that.
Aaron, get us in the chats. Or do you have a booth at SEMA?
Come on, I'm not saying anything. All I know is Smurf's going to be there, and the Smurf's going to be interviewing people, and I'm going to be live a lot.
I have feeling. I thought I was going to ask the House of Rags. There's quite a few people going to be there. I know Pan is going to be there too in the House of Rags.
Perfect.
Yes,
cool. Yeah. We're ready for another giveaway, Matt. If you,
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
I got one. If you guys want, it's kind of a tricky one for a car. This will be for the fab polish, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Papa said he had a 99 Accord that he learned to polish and paint correct on. What was the nickname of that vehicle?
Ah, nice.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Good one.
Tacos.
Oh, look, Franco.
Yep.
Franco
got it.
Franco. All right. Congratulations, Franco. Oh, Ryan was right behind you, fine detailing, but Franco got it.
All right. Let's put
So what to get?
Do you guys remember Zelda? Come on, let's talk. Let's give a shout out to Zelda though. That game was
a good game. I remember that game. I do remember that.
Yeah.
So we'll have to get. I think we have his address. I think Christy. Do we have?
Yeah. We can get it.
So Franco, we'll get that sent out to you. Yeah. We'll get lined up. I think the last one. I think Rick said he wanted to forward it to the gift.
Yeah.
Okay, that was really nice. So
for Phoenix,
I'll figure out how to. I'll get with Aaron and we'll just figure out that. So
yeah,
cool. Definitely a shout out to Franco too. He sent me some money on one of my last. I think on my premiere video for the Pan rinseless. Man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I did not have to do that.
Rick says Aaron will have a booth with Thor and a bed with cloth with Tim.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Papa Smurf, that reminds me, I'm going to cut everybody off here because I need to know, why does Tim constantly say,
I know exactly what you're gonna say right now. When did you figure out you were into dudes, right?
Yes. I mean, I haven't seen Tim in a chat in a while, but it never fails. When did you figure out you're into dudes? Please explain what that's about, because I need to know. I think we all need to know.
Well, from my understanding, was Aaron told him to do it, but he didn't think he would do it. He didn't think he would do it like every single time. So I'm pretty sure Aaron was like, okay, I think it's I think we played that joke out. You know, I mean, I don't care. I'll play since I first laid eyes on you, big boy. You know what I'm saying? You can't mess with Smurf without me messing with you back. But I'll tell you what.
It's just a guy thing. You guys smack each other's butts too, right?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh my
There.
gosh.
Good game. Good game. Pow.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
Yes, it was you, Aaron.
I had to
It was
know.
you. It was you. There was nobody else. Oh, you
I was
even
going to give a big shout out to Aaron and Phoenix for being part of the House of Rags. So so
Yeah.
congratulations to Phoenix. I know there's many other product lines that they've been able to bring in, but good job, Aaron, for putting that product out. You do a great job. Your product's amazing. We use it on a daily basis, so it's awesome.
I'm so excited. And you know what? That detail that I just did this past Sunday, shout out to Typhon, man. I'm telling you, that stuff is freaking incredible.
It's amazing, dude.
I
Smells
did
really
the-
good too.
I just got. Thank you to freak. I just ordered 2 gallons of it because I go through it like. I love it, dude. I love the smell.
It smells so
it's
good.
Easy to use on the surfaces. It's not harmful. It doesn't leave residue. It leaves a great fragrance
Not
or odor.
greasy.
Yeah. It's not greasy. It is definitely. I'm still waiting for that lovely air freshener that BioBombs is supposed to be joining Mr. Aaron over there to try to create an air freshener wafer with
Nice.
Typhon smell.
Ooh,
Oh, I'll tell you what.
cool.
There may or
That's a
may
good
not
one.
be a Smurf, an Aaron, and a Christian with BioBombs together at SEMA, because
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's what's going down.
I can't imagine that. That's a ton of fun right there.
I'm so excited. And this is new to me because
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate
just the past couple days, and I said, you know what? And what's funny is I told Aaron, I said, dude, why don't you fly in? I'll pick you up from the airport and we'll road trip 10 hours, me and you, dude.
Oh,
We'll
that's
film the whole
trouble.
thing. We'll do live streams on the way.
Nice.
And
Fun.
And we really wanted to do it, but it was so short a notice that it's just so much easier for us to both fly there and just meet there.
Yep.
But one day. And if this trip is anything like the Southern Detailers Conference, Vegas ain't ready. SEMA ain't ready for Smurf. I'll tell you that.
Well, I'm kind of disappointed that Smurf's not going to be there because I was looking forward to meeting Smurf. I was looking forward to meeting all these lovely influencers and detailers and these companies at Mobile Tech. But that's all right. We'll get there. Aaron's supposed to be putting together, and we've talked about it with Aaron, is some kind of gathering or group. What do we want to call it? I don't know a West Conference or a Western Conference gathering, but we need to do something because I think it would be great to get everyone in location.
Dude, absolutely. Well, if you didn't give up on tickets to SEMA, you could be there. All right, Aaron? All right.
I know.
If you really want to meet Smurf.
I know. I thought I had it dialed in at the beginning of the year. I thought I had it locked in, but
From what I read, you can get tickets to the hall. Like, it's open to the public. You can buy tickets and just go in, but I guess SEMA's a different genre in there. Like
it's so big, you can't. It's
Yeah.
hard to go through everything. I hear. I have friends that have gone. They said it's crazy. Like it's to see everything. It's ludicrous. It's crazy.
Fine Detailing said, I don't know if you guys saw the comment, but he said he just put in entered his EIN, and that he was given a ticket for $40.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because when I tried to do it, they wanted my payroll, they wanted this, they wanted that. I'm like, dude, oh my gosh,
Oh,
you
well,
want my
maybe
firstborn?
Fine Detailing will chime in.
Yeah, maybe.
But
they'll-
Yeah. What's the secret? Like me,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't. I'm going with Aaron. I'm gonna meet up with Aaron, but see, Aaron's guaranteed in. I'm not, so I'm just like, I'm still waiting for that ticket to get me in, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go, and if I don't get in, what am I gonna do? To be honest, what am I gonna do? I'm like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I'm just gonna walk around and go eat. I'm gonna go find. You know what? I'll walk around the strip and I'll go to all the taco places and I'll do taco reviews.
There you go. Hey.
There you go. I love it. I love
Yeah.
Have
it.
a plan B at the airport. Yeah, Fab's not gonna be there to take me to the airport this time, Aaron.
Oh
my gosh.
So, Christy, are you going to Mobile Tech or any of those or no?
You know, I am really banking on it. I plan on it.
Yeah.
As long as, you know, again, nothing
Everything
else
works.
comes up.
Yep.
You know, but as of right now, the answer is yes.
I think it would be. Is Eileen? Is she going to SEMA? Do you know? I wonder if Eileen. She's not in there. I was wondering if she was going.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard. She didn't. I don't know. I have not heard if
I
she
know
is.
Tim always talks about First Puerto Rico. He's always going to be there. Papa, you need to relax.
Oh man! Do you know the backstory? Do you know the backstory behind that, Matt?
No, but I want to know.
Oh, okay. So what happened was, way back when last year, Southern Detailers Conference, PapaSmurf visited his first big conference, signing autographs left and right. You couldn't keep the paparazzi off of him. He was so. I mean, he had to have a 6-person personal security detail. He was up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and he had to fly out an early flight. And what happened was his best friend, Aaron, that was supposed to take him to the airport, didn't answer his phone.
No.
I banged on his door. He was not answering. But Aaron, we gotta go, man. I'm gonna be late.
Filled with.
So I had no other choice but to reach my arch nemesis, which wasn't really my nemesis, but Brian with Fab Automotive that was on one level above me. And he said, no problem, brother. I will take you to the airport. I will see you off on your horse and you will get home. Thanks to, that's what we call Plan B, Plan Brian.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yes. So basically, what happened in a nutshell, Aaron didn't wake up. I had to get Brian with Fab to take him to the airport.
Oh my gosh.
So he really didn't answer because he was passed out, like too much juice.
Too much juice.
No, I called him. What happened was, I guess his phone was just.
You're dead,
He didn't hear the phone. I did not go to his room and bang on the door. I called him like 10 times and I didn't have time. So I just called Fab and was like, yo, man, I got to get to the airport. He was like, I'll be down there in 2 minutes. I'll meet you down there. Boom. Met me down in the lobby.
Knocked on the door.
And then what's funny is Aaron called me, right? He called me as I was in line at the TSA. And he goes, dude, I don't know what happened. I was like, dude, I'm walking on the side of the freeway right now. That's what I told him. I said, I'm walking, trying to get a ride, man. I don't know how else I was going to get to them. He said, shut your mouth. You're not doing. Yeah, dude, I'm walking because you. I was like, dude, I'm here. All right. Thanks to Brian. I'm here.
Oh my goodness.
He says it was a setup.
This whole thing was a setup.
Yes.
He didn't call Aaron. He called 555.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that Aaron's mom?
Yes.
Well, according to all them, that's my mom's phone number.
That's PapaSmurf's mom. Oh, that is great.
But what's funny is, go to SEMA, guess who's sharing a hotel? Me and Aaron will be there together.
Well, hopefully he answers the door.
Yeah, if he answers the freaking door. If he even picks me up for my flight, I mean, gosh.
That's a good.
You're going to be
That's
curled up in a
too
ball in front of the door. That's funny.
So are the other are the other horsemen coming too? Like, no,
No.
they're not. Okay, I didn't know if they were all gonna.
See how much pride I take in me being a horseman.
There you go.
There you go. See, representing and taking
Got
K,
you, man.
taking it.
Got
I
you.
love it.
I need to
love
get
it.
some shirts made. I need to get some big Papa Smurf shirts made.
Yes,
Go.
yes. You need
There you go.
some good old apparel, dude. That would be.
I wish it wasn't so expensive, man. I would get like 20 made and I would hand them out while I'm down there, but
Yeah.
they're so
Tyler,
expensive, man.
I'm actually working on. Should have them soon, but I'm getting shirts made for our podcast, and I'm getting some for our work or whatever. But Tyler's buddy that I know that works at this fire station with him, he's just got a new system. I don't know what it is, but it's they make shirts, but he's going to be able to do the shirts. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. So I'll have to tell you, if they're looking good and they're reasonable. I'll tell you. I think
Absolutely. Hey,
He'll
100%,
hook you
man.
guys up.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm uninvited. See what you guys did.
Yeah.
It wasn't our fault.
No. Oh,
That's
that
hilarious.
is great. That is
So-
too.
Papa Smurf, I have a question for you.
Shoot, let's go.
Let's see how and you can choose to answer or not answer. What is one product that you think that you've tried,
Uh-huh.
you think, I'm going to kind of spin it backwards here, was the absolute worst? Something you put back on the shelf and didn't think that it was good enough to keep using.
Wow.
Have you ever come across a
That's
product
fired.
that you thought was just trash? And you don't have to name the company, but just the product. Like, was it a polish or compound? But have you ever come across anything that just you thought was awful and you never used it again? Is it on your shelf? We got to know.
Give me a second. Let me think, because I have like 750 products over here. Hold on. Let me roll you guys over here while I think. You guys are gonna see me thinking. Don't look at my butt.
Well, now I'm looking at it just because you said something. I
I
wouldn't
know.
have.
Don't look at my butt. What is something that I tried that I
that you
didn't?
just thought was kind of a fail. Or maybe
Just-
everything have been bangers. I don't know.
Describe the word fail. Like, doesn't perform like you want it, or
Yes,
like
like
actually like ruined something that
No,
you.
not ruined, but just wasn't
Lived
what
up
you
for its-
thought it was going to be. It
Yeah.
didn't live up to the hype
The hype.
that it had, or that you just didn't think performed like it should have.
Let's see. That is very good. You're putting me on the spot down here.
I mean,
Um.
I think that's kind of my job.
It's a good question.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go with. Let's see what's down here.
Ooh, Rick Smith, I would
That was a
agree.
good one.
I'm going to get.
I'm gonna be 100%. Rick, I'm on your board, dude.
I am
with you.
too.
I'm sorry. I tried it multiple times, and I tried it straight up. I've done everything, and
Yes.
it just doesn't do it for me.
I didn't either. We're talking about
Man,
Break
this
Buster.
Break Buster.
Breakbuster. Yeah, that one. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not what it's all hyped up to be.
Yeah. Break Buster just didn't do what I thought it would.
Let's see. I gotta have something back here. I gotta see what I tried.
He said he
You're
can't give
really
it away.
searching. I mean,
Wow, he's
Well, a
giving
lot of the-
5 gallons away.
A lot of the stuff that I've
Fine,
bought is people saying this is good, so it's
Yep.
hard to.
no, that is true.
Okay. Okay. I
You know
did
what I've
not
noticed is
care.
a lot of these products that I use and I kind of
Care for
experience
that.
and use is I feel that a lot of them are so similar, and I know why, because I've looked into it. Is that these products are all made through the same blending company, and they put their own label on it and the same ingredients but a different label. So they're saying, "Oh, it's great," but the results, if it's good, it's the same as if you use this product. It's just a different label, and I know a lot of brand shelf brand.
We went down a rabbit
Here's
hole.
one.
On that
Yeah.
whole deal.
Okay.
What is that one? I've
Hyper
never
clean.
seen-
I never even
Oh,
heard of that one.
Hyperclean. Yeah, I've never used that.
So this stained trim and a grill on a car that I was working on, even though it said it would not.
Yep.
Really?
It had the drip runs. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
We've
yeah.
had some do that too. You just
Yep. I
gotta-
had it on
yeah.
mirrors do it before.
Yep.
Black
The
mirror.
plastic on the side mirrors
Yep.
and everything. I was
Yep.
disappointed because I've seen people use it and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Mhm.
it's still full. You know what I mean? I used it once and then it's almost like using straight super clean or straight cracking,
Yes.
like fully straight,
Yeah.
like a very high
Effective,
alkaline cleaner and letting it run down and dry on plastic. And I
It's
was
even worse
I
than
was
the
pretty
heat.
disappointed with that. And it was hard to choose that because a lot of these products are great. Like that's why I don't want to throw them away. Can my hoarders feel me? There's stuff up here that I need to throw away, but I just can't. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I just can't.
It's hard because I've had that with a couple other product lines too. Same thing, bug remover or tar remover, and it does that. And they'll say, "Well, the surface was wet and it was hot and it wasn't wet." Dude, I soak the cars down before I spray any of that stuff on there because it's hot out here. I know temperature in the paint and stuff, but it's still. And I've watered it down and it's stained some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what else I had problems with staining, and so many people swear by it, but Dark Fury. Superior.
It's pretty aggressive stuff. It works really good. But
it does,
I could
but
see
you
it
got to be
staining if you
careful
let it
because
sit.
it will stain.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
had
I mean,
some I had to redo some mirrors because it
maybe
stained
if they were
them.
like, hey, you should dilute it like 3-to-1 because it's potent. Like, okay, give me some options to dilute, not just spray it on the car because I sprayed it on the car and it just
Yep.
No
Rich,
good.
that's what happened to Bola Solutions. You know what? He's right. I don't really see anybody using it. I saw you do a review, Papa Smurf, and I've seen maybe a couple others a few times, but nobody really talks about Bola.
I love the Bola Solutions. Everything I've used from them, the soap, the glass cleaner, the P17, the P17S, fantastic. I mean, I have no issues with those at all. And I've got like 4 or 5 coatings inside from Bola. And I've got their new Z17, which is their new sealant that's out. And I've got like 2 more kind of smaller shelves like this inside that is full of stuff I need to try out. And I'm just, it's getting almost
hard when you find what you like.
Huh?
It's hard when you find what you like and then you're like, don't want to try something new because you know it works. That's what I ran into a lot. It's like you try stuff and then you get on the rabbit hole of try it and then don't use it and it costs a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Rabbit hole, especially microfibers. Let me tell you, I literally went to microfiber rehab because I mean, it's real. It's real. Microfiber addiction is real. I don't care what anyone says. You cannot tell me different. You can't prove me wrong. Microfiber addiction is 100% real.
Yeah. Well, I think detailing, I have the addiction all over. I said that we needed to start a Detailing Anonymous because
dude, I have a shelf full of so much product.
The industry is very good at separating you from money.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So who's got another question? Come on. I'm excited. Let's go.
We're almost time. We're just like a minute out from the last giveaway, but I wanted to touch base on something you said earlier that you wanted to talk about was pricing, because I think that's something when I was running my business, I struggled with it. It's super hard. Friends and family, sometimes it's even worse because you don't want to feel like you're gouging them but at the same time, it's still work and it's still the same amount of work. So I know you wanted to talk to that. So that's probably some pretty good insight.
Yeah. So
obviously,
obviously I'm not a business. I don't do this every day. So if you're a business, don't listen to me. I mean, you could, but I found when someone asked me like, hey, first of all, I hate the word basic detail because there's no such thing as a basic detail. If you want a basic detail, go down to 7 Flags, spend $25 and let them clean your car.
Amen.
The word is detail. It's in the details, people. But So over the past 5 years, I would say, okay, my interiors start at $250. If you want steam clean and extract, that's another, let's say, $70. If you want ceramic protection on all the plastics, I mean, I wipe it down with protection, but it's add-ons. You see all these companies, like Matt, by all means, you're a business, you're established. Please don't take anything I say to heart. But you sell add-ons, right? Like, hey, my interior starts at $250. If you want seat shampoo, that's an extra $50, right? If you want, let's say, not just the average protection that I wipe it down with normally, if you want like a ceramic protection, right? Like ceramic coated seats, leather seats, rather than just wiping it down with a detailer, it's an extra $60. So they're like, okay, this and that. Since a lot of people don't really know what they want, and it's really nice when you meet somebody that's like, I know what I want, then you can give them a more accurate price, right? They say, hey, I don't want interior. Don't touch the interior. I want a 2-stage correction and ceramic coating. You're like, boom, $1,200. Do it. Sold. Okay. Rather than somebody goes, well, I just need a wash. I just need it cleaned up. I got, the back seat, there's a stain in the back seat. Like, I want the interior cleaned up. I want it to look nice. So what I've started doing was just saying, okay, look, what is your budget? What do you want to spend? And they go, well, I don't want to spend no more than $300. Then I go, in my brain's already calculating. Okay. Now I know how far I need to go and how far I can go for that $300. You know what I mean? So it's really helped me, just because I'm not a business. But it really helps me. Did you hear me, Tyler?
Yeah, I heard. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if you could still hear me or not.
My camera dropped off. Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, no worries. So when someone's asking me that, I'm like, look, what's your budget? They go, I want a ceramic coating. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, instantly, what's your budget? What do you want to spend?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I need anything crazy. So like $600. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to give you a quick enhancement and a 1 year, like Immortal.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. The paint's really messed up, so I really want it to look good, and I want something, really stout. Like, I want it to look. What's your budget? I'm willing to spend like $900. All right, I'll go a little bit more on that paint correction before I seal it in. Like, and to me, the coating, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, that's a minimal to me. It's how much work do I have to put in before I'm coating that thing? So
yeah, because it's almost. I was sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say.
No, you're good.
I feel like sometimes you do all that work, and it's like the coating's the easy part, really. I mean,
really.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, it could be a 1 year or 5 year. They're all going to apply the same, So
exactly the same.
It's like you're doing all that work. You may as well put something good. But I mean, that's a tough one.
Exactly.
And don't always understand that.
To me, it's like what I've really incorporated was, hey, do you wash your own car or do you take it to the car wash? Oh, I just take it to the car wash. Oh, well, guess what? I'm not doing a two-step correction. You know what I mean?
You're wasting your money. Yeah.
So people that tell me I wash it by myself, I take care of it, I really want to start washing it by myself. I want to start taking care of it. What I do is I give them the knowledge and the tools they need. Like, I'll give them shampoo. I'll give them toppers. I'll give them drying towels. I give away my drying towels. I'll just buy more. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm if I'm making $1,400 on a coating, first of all, the first wash is free on me. I'm giving you the shampoo. I'm giving you a bottle of topper, and I'm giving you all the knowledge you need to take care of it.
Yep.
So people that are like, hey, I just want to spend $500. I'm like, okay, I just take it to the car wash. Well, yeah.
You're not gonna.
I'm not worried more about checking the defects. Nah, I'm just giving this thing a polish.
Chances are it's gonna look back how it did.
Yeah. 4 to 6 months down the road, it's gonna be Swirl City again. It's like.
I think that's the challenge that I deal with a lot of people inquiring because the word is used very lightly and very frequently is I want my car ceramic, because everyone hears the word ceramic, or they want it, or they hear the word coated, and it just goes like, the term. And I'm like, well, let's stop there and let's educate and talk. Let me find out what you know about ceramic or graphene or coating and what it does and how you pertain, how do you initially or plan on, like you said earlier, how you plan on maintaining it. Because this isn't you just put it on and you're safe to go for 5 years or whatever and just drive through the car wash, or you don't wash it, or there's steps in preparation, but there's also steps in caring for them. So when you get into and asking them the questions, I think what's important is a lot of these individuals find out, budget is a big thing, like you said. They don't want to spend the $9,900 to $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 or whatever. So then I start explaining to them, well, there's ceramic sealants. So a ceramic sealant is something you could probably get 6 to 8 months out of. You're going to have to reapply it. But again, if you're going to go through the car wash, it's just going to tear it apart, just like if you did a ceramic.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to understand and dial down how they're caring for their vehicles. A lot of these guys just think, and ladies as well, think that it's just going to maintain itself. You can go through the car wash and the coating is going to sustain, and it just doesn't. So
unfortunately, I think a lot of detailers, the ones that just want to make a sale and be done, they market it as something it's not. And they think it's going to stop rock chips and
or scratches.
You never have to clean it. Clean
they don't
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt and I did a boat one time, and the guy pretty much called Matt and said, "Why are there still water on my boat?" It's like, well, dude, you still got to wipe your boat. But he's mad because it's not performing. He thinks there's not going to be any water on his boat, and then
as he gets out of the lake.
It's like it's going to be easier to wipe. I mean, it takes a little less time.
You don't have to dry it, dude.
There's still water going to be on your boat.
Seriously,
the water should fall right off my boat.
You know what? I blame social media too for all these stupid freaking videos that's tricking people in their head. Like, hey, look at this. It's just gonna clean it. So everybody's got this persona in their head that if I ceramic coat my car, I don't ever have to wash it. It's like, so and that falls on like your job as well. That's if you're doing this and providing this service, you need to educate them. Like, look, don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to any of the videos. This is what it is. Look, I'm gonna put a 6-month sealant on your car. If you're taking it through the car wash once a week, that's a 2-month sealant.
Absolutely.
That. You know what I mean? Like it, and explaining to them, hey, the chemicals they use in those car wash are so high in the alkaline. They're so high, meant to strip. Oh, I go through the touch list. Well, that's even worse because that's even higher.
Yes,
the stuff they're spraying on your car is stripping any kind of protection you have on your vehicle. And that 5-year coating, if you have a 5-year coating on your car and you're taking your car, you got the weekly pass, and you go. Some people go twice a week. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That 5-year coating is gonna. I don't even think it's going to last you a year, man, to be honest.
I agree.
Like, let's just be real. It's not going to last you, especially if you're not doing anything to maintain it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's a very false, a false look on.
It's definitely, it's not for everybody. And that's,
I tell people that too. Coating's not for everybody. It's really
and I was very like against the coating hype when I first started detailing. I was like, well, if I'm washing my car, often and I'm just topping it, why do I need a ceramic coating? Man, because it makes it so much easier to wash and maintain your car, especially now that rinseless wash. I mean, I have not put a hose on my GSX in 3 years. I mean, it's so easy. It's so convenient. Wash your car in 15 minutes. Like, that's all you need. You don't need to get your pressure washer hose out and connect it and plug it in and drag it around here and yank it around the tire here. And, it's just like technology. It's evolving so much. And it's just, I think everybody should learn how to rinseless wash, to be honest. Like,
I'll be honest, I'm the first one. I've never been a big rinseless wash person. And I probably need to spend more. I've done it. I just haven't spent a lot of time on it. And I guess it's a fine line with some of the clientele that I deal with. I get a lot of bigger vehicles, bigger trucks with a lot of mud and
Mud.
dirt. Just,
that's
like that's just not going to work. So it's
No.
finding that line, what makes sense, when to use the rinseless wash, you know, and how dirty do you go before you transition to a full-on real wash, and the fact of foaming and doing the whole shebang that you normally do. But
Yep.
I mean, the rinses, I think there's a lot of clients that I think I definitely need to start trying to, because some of them I do bi-weekly and weekly and monthly that could get away with the rinseless wash. And
oh, dude,
doing it.
And there's
100%.
some that you're pretty good about, you know, where it's like you look at it, you're like it's a waste to get out the pressure wash and everything when it just needs a very, very quick dusting for
It's almost like a waterless wipe down, but it's like, dude, if you like, let's just say something like this, Matt. I'm thinking of it. I have a business mentality. You know, I run a business, but not a detailing business. But like you said, it's very hard to decipher some cars between a traditional wash, between rinseless. But you keep track of all the cars you coat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say you coated this car and you're on a weekly maintenance with them. Well, chances are that's all they're going to need. You show up, it's just a little bit dusty. You already have your buckets of rinseless mixed up. You just walk up, you pre-soak with the rinseless in your pump sprayer, get your sponge, you go, boom, boom. You can be in and out of that in 15 minutes, man. And you can even, if the tires are, you know, if the wheels aren't that bad, and some people might, oh, you can't even clean the barrels. You absolutely can if you wanted to. You can still clean the barrels and the wheels, especially if they're protected. If you're washing it weekly and you do like a spray on like quick beads, oh, dude, you can get in there with some rinseless, spray some rinseless on a brush, get in there and just kind of clean it down, wipe it down, and you can absolutely utilize that. Now, if you're doing somebody like every 2 months, that may be something you're going to want to traditionally wash. You know, if there's mud buildup, but that doesn't mean rinseless doesn't mean you can't pre-rinse. You know what I mean? So you can come in and pre-rinse it, and then instead of having to waste more water, foam, get the foam cannon, get the hose, and then come in with your rinseless.
Yep.
I mean, it can absolutely save you time on certain vehicles, especially if you're doing them every week, like like your own cars.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that. So a lot of your rinseless, I mean, like you said, it's just you're using a pump sprayer, pre-soaking it, using your bucket and using your sponge or whatever, and then basically drying it. I mean, that's
it's very, like, I have like a little, what is it? Little Chapin pump. You can get like the HDX pump sprayers from Home Depot.
Yep.
Throw a gallon in there, throw an ounce or two of your rinseless, show up on site, hop out. Okay, this is my maintenance. Oh, it's really just dusty and this needs a wipe down. You just you just spray it down, grab your sponge, wring it out, come in, do the hood, wring it out, come in, do a fender, dry, you know, depending on the heat, obviously, one panel at a time, but it's just, it's less parts in motion. You know what I mean? Yes. Rather than open up the trailer, unreeling the hose, doing all that stuff. You know, you just come out with a bucket, a drying towel over your shoulder, your sponge, and your pump sprayer. You know what I mean? Like,
I need to start doing that. I think that would be, because I have quite a few that I could get away with that. I just I'm so tied up into the reels, and I just reel it off my reel, and I'm spraying and dry, you know, but I could cut half that time on a lot of those cars.
Yeah, like Eileen with Soak Clean, she does a lot of rinseless washing where she's at, and it's honestly, the technology in these rinselesses are just,
it's insane.
It's insane. Like, I mean, there's probably, and I'm going to be doing a video soon, and I'm very excited to do it because it really sheds light on the technology behind rinselesses. Because what really angers me is, from the outside looking in, is people that are picking apart these companies that are coming out with rinselesses, right? And they're saying, they're like, okay, no, this one's the best. Oh, no, this one's the best. No, this one's the best. No, this one's the best. Look, every single one of those rinseless washes is going to get you exactly what you need. So why do people continue to just nitpick and say, well, this one cleans better. Well, no, this one's slicker. Well, this one. If I wash my car right now and I stick 5 rinseless washes on my thing and tell you, hey, everybody, you see how glossy and clean my car is? Tell me which one of these rinseless washes I used. You're not going to be able to tell me, because it doesn't freaking matter, man.
I guess I was always worrying about scratching and not being able to have the foam or the soap to lubricate it to get the dirt off. I thought, well, the rinseless is just, I don't know. But I mean, obviously, like you said,
it takes some getting used to, because at first I was like, whoa, this this is, and it all comes down to technique. And obviously, if you have a crappy rinseless, you're gonna know, you know what I mean? But I can name 5 right now that will get you phenomenal results safely, and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's not like this one's this good and this one's this good. It's like there's all these rinselesses that are just so good. It's like why do like Matt,
and I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people too, I mean, I don't know, maybe the older, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say the older generation, but I think a lot of people get scared by the sponge ordeal as well.
That's how I am.
Washing with a sponge. I wasn't trying to call you old, Matt.
No, but it is. I'm old school, but it's like I'm old school.
Yeah, it's the old school mentality.
Washes, you know?
Yeah. So I think people don't understand, like you were saying, PapaSmurf, the technology these days is so advanced compared to what washing was or detailing was back in the day, that the rinseless sponge is made for rinseless. It is made for that purpose. It's the type of foam, that isn't going to induce a ton of marring. I mean, these things are constructed intentionally for that purpose, but
they're designed to encapsulate, lift that dirt safely, and that sponge is designed to remove that and release it into the. I mean, I never in my life would have thought I've fallen in love with rinseless as much as I do, but the technology behind the product is what you got to start trusting.
I agree.
I mean, it's when you start using it more and more, it's just like, dude, this is crazy. I mean, like you said, there's a limit. You got caked on mud and dirt and all this. Look, okay, if you can just, like Matt, you easily will be able to determine when to rinseless and when not to rinseless. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people, that's what they're like. Oh well, like the video I did, with Hydra and with pans. It's like I went over to my truck, and obviously I said I do not condone doing this. You're not going to walk over to your completely filthy, dirty truck and just put the sponge on it and just start scrubbing it. You know what I mean? Like, but follow the correct steps and the procedures, and you can absolutely clean that truck, and it's crazy, the technology. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And what gets me is, like, when I do my GSX, I'll do the wheels, right? And I'm a very spirited driver. So there's a lot of brake dust on the front wheels of my GSX. So when and those wheels have only really been traditionally washed twice in the past, probably 3.5 years. I rinseless wash my wheels, barrels, wheels, everything like that. And the rags will be just completely covered in brake dust. I'll put them in the rinseless bucket. I'll let them sit for a minute or two, swish it around on my little mitt slide a little bit, wring it out, and you'd be amazed at how clean that towel is. That's the technology of the rinseless. Yeah. Just flushing that out of your towel or your mitt or your sponge, whatever you want to use. And I'm telling you, it's changing the game. In the past, let's just say year and a half, maybe, rinseless has really been taken off. Like, I mean,
and like you said, there is a lot of good ones. Like, I have quite a few rinseless ones. We're saying, like, they are all really good. I shouldn't say they all, but I do have a top, top 5, let's say top 5. And as you were saying, I couldn't tell you which one I used if I was blindfolded, like they all clean really well. Yeah. Some may be slicker than others, but at the end of the day, you get the same result. Like, you're a clean vehicle.
Aaron, yes, Hydra V3.
Hydra
V3 is my go-to. I've been using Hydra.
Okay. So is that your favorite?
Yeah, I've been using Hydra so I've been using Hydra. I went from V2 gallon. I used a whole gallon and 2 quarts of that. I absolutely loved it. Then I got V3, but I got a gallon of V2. And then like a week later, he came out with V3. So now I got both. But I said, I don't care. V2 is fine with me. That's all my GSX has really seen is Hydra rinseless wash. My Civic is coated with Kronos. It sees Hydra, Apex Auto Wash, and topped with Titan for the past 2.5 years, and it looks absolutely
phenomenal.
amazing.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
You guys, I hate to.
I know you got to take off, so.
But I had a prior engagement tonight, so I've got to leave the chat now. But please, on my behalf, continue chatting because this is a good one, and you guys still have one giveaway.
Yeah, let's do our last giveaway, Matt.
Yeah,
there better be tacos involved, Christy. There better be tacos, or I'm going to be upset.
You know, it is a dinner that I promised my daughter I'd go to with, but I don't know. I don't know what's there. I don't know. I have a question. If you guys want me to leave with the question.
Yeah, you have a question or PapaSmurf? Anyone wants to give the question?
Either or. It doesn't matter.
Whoever wants to do it, let's roll. This is for Papa Cut.
Papa Cut.
So Papa Smurf said that he had his 87 Toyota Supra and that was his baby, but he ended up selling it to a friend. And what car did he get in place of that?
Ooh.
What car did he get in place of his Toyota Supra?
I know.
I can't leave until I see who wins this. Oh, it wasn't the GSX.
Oh,
let's see. Titan detailing products. I saw it over here, but
the Eclipse.
Yep, that was it.
Titan detailing, Mitsubishi Eclipse Turbo.
Yep.
Turbo. Don't forget the turbo.
Turbo. So if you guys can get your addresses, I know we have one that's give back to give back to Phoenix, and then we have Franco, that one.
Yeah.
You have to get a list of which ones. I can't keep track of who got what.
I'll get it to you tomorrow.
Tyler's doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Hi, Christy. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. So no, that's awesome. Good job. Those that were in tune to the conversation that we're able to dial into. Any other questions that people have in the chat for Mr. PapaSmurf? I know we've been on for an hour and a half. I don't want to.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, it flies by. Yeah, anybody drop in questions. Keep them
drop your questions in, and then we'll wrap up so Papa can get back. I know don't like to take people's time away from the family and kids. It's a weekend, and it's important that they spend time with their family. So, we're on to have Papa. So
my kids are gone. They're at
less of that.
Yeah,
more time.
My whole family's gone. It's just me right now, man. So. I'm on as long as you guys want to go on, man. You guys know me. Me and Aaron did a 5.5 hour live stream. So
I love it. Goodness. That's
funny. I mean, if you guys got to go, by all means. But I'm just chilling,
I will shortly hear my kids are waiting to have some pizza with me.
Oh, pizza! There you go. Yeah, all good.
We'll do some final questions, and then I have a few. We'll finish out that way. Everyone can go to do their thing. So
all good.
Let's see here. Let's see. What do we got? Smurf, what is your favorite?
Ooh, all right. Now we're talking food because we didn't really get to talk that much about food. So if you guys want to know, I will tell you right now how I make my world famous ribs. Really, Aaron? Really?
Yeah.
You're fired. My world. Okay, that's another good question. What's the camera setup you use? We see you just got the lab mics. Real quick, I'll tell you my rib recipe in a second because I want to answer Franco's question. My camera that I use is a Canon M50 Mark II, and I use most of the time I use the Sigma 16 millimeter lens. The f1.4 gives you that nice blurry background. I'm experimenting with a few different lenses right now, but that's the main lens that I use. And I was using the lav mics. Aaron, just stop. We know you're Mr. Movie Quotes. Save that for SEMA. So I had the Rode shotgun mic and I had the Rode lavalier mic. I love the way my Rode lavalier mic sounds, but it's wired, and I cannot stand the wired. So I'm running the Hollyland Lark M2 now setup with my camera that I've been getting a lot of great feedback on, and So that's what I'm currently running, the Canon M50 Mark II Sigma 16 lens with the Hollyland Lark M2 mic setup.
Nice.
Have you ever detailed a dealership vehicle? Was it nasty? I've never detailed a dealership vehicle. Nope. But I have detailed a customer of mine's 4Runner. It was a dog hair removal. Now, mind you,
That's fun.
I've done 2 prior, and they weren't that bad. But let me tell you, I will never in my life do another dog hair removal like that for $300. I charged them $300, and I could have made another dog out of the hair that I pulled out of this thing. I mean, it would not stop coming from places you wouldn't think hair could get. And it was just, I'm not even lying. My shoulder and elbow and wrist were sore for a week from vacuuming.
Oh, I can't stand that hair. Can't stand it.
And I had my Tornador, and I was blowing out under the seats, and it was just like, dude, I'm not even lying. Balls of fur like this, dude.
Oh.
I was like, look, and it's a really good customer of mine in the shop. And he was just like, here's the thing. Don't never give a price without seeing the vehicle to anybody in here. At least see pictures, at least see the vehicle. Do not give a price before that. Because, yeah, that was my final straw there. It was so bad. I mean,
and Toyota carpet's horrible too for pet hair.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. Since that day, I've never done pet hair removal because I just have PTSD.
Oh, love it.
But my rib recipe, real quick. Here's a quick rundown. I only do baby backs. I like baby backs. But what you got to do is pull your ribs out, let them sit for about half an hour. And then you got to dry rub them with your rub of choice. I like Killer Hogs has some good rubs. The Meat Church has good rubs. I'll dry rub them and let them sit for about 15, 20 minutes after I dry rub them. Then I throw them on my smoker, meat up for 2.5 hours on smoke. And then I take them off. I get 2 slabs of thick tin foil. I put 4 slices of butter down, a little bit of hot honey, a little bit more rub, and a little bit of brown sugar, meat side down, and then I wrap them and I put them back on the smoker for another 2.5 hours. So it's like a 4 to 5, about 5 hour smoke total. What you want to look for is you want your bones to be about 1/4 inch sticking out at the ends. Let them sit, let them rest for just a little bit, and then enjoy pure, amazing Smurf ribs.
Amazing ribs.
But
I'll have to do that.
What's key is make sure you pull the membrane off the bottom of the ribs. If your butcher doesn't already do that, make sure you get a little paper towel and peel up the membrane on the bottom and peel that whole membrane off because it'll make the bite a lot easier.
Ooh. Detail Grandma has a question for you.
Yeah. What's up? Aaron, what would you say makes Hydra better than ONR? I can't answer that. I've never used ONR. I know ONR was the staple of rinseless washes when it first came out. And from my understanding, Ivan was the one that really developed ONR before he's now at DIY. But
yeah, no, I'm anxious now. Now you've got me. I've got to get my setup for the rinseless wash. I've got to start doing it.
I can, dude. I'll walk you through it. If you have any questions, you can just.
I need to get the proper equipment. I need to get the right bucket. I need to get all the grill. I need to get all that because I don't have any. I don't have that stuff.
Dude, do you have a grit guard in your bucket now?
I do have just a regular one. Yeah,
that's all you need, man. Okay. Don't overthink it. I'll tell you what. All you need.
I know some of the people got this angle one. They got this. Yeah, like I don't know if all that is necessary, but
no, don't overthink it, man. All you need is a good rinseless and proper technique. That's all you need, and you will fall in love. And I'll tell you what, throw away all your glass cleaners because rinseless wash is absolutely phenomenal on glass, especially Hydra.
Mhm.
It is. I mean, a lot. Just it's so versatile, and when you do glass, you'll fall in love. I mean, you'll get in and out of a maintenance client's house in freaking 20 minutes, dude, and you don't even got to pull your hose out, dude. It's like
That's nice.
you can
Yeah.
pre-fill, like you can have like 2 or 3 buckets and just fill them up with rinseless, couple gallons, ounce, fill them up. And let's just say you got, I don't know how many clients you have a day, but let's say you got like 4 or 5 maintenance details that day. And you're like, okay, you know, there's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy at all. It's got to go through. And at least you got a couple buckets. You can probably do 2 cars with 1 bucket. Absolutely no problem. I mean, if they're not that dirty at all.
Yeah.
It's your pump spray, man, dude. I'm telling you, you'll love it, man. You'll absolutely love it.
I've gotta try it. So that's my thing. I see all these people with doing the rinseless and they have their fancy buckets and all their wheels, and it would be helpful. But I think if you just get what we got to get.
Yep. Don't let people fool you with all their fancy buckets and grit guards. And if you already have a bucket and a grit guard, use that. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know,
sometimes
just get
that's detailing in general.
And trust the chemical, man. Trust the technology, man. It's crazy, dude. Especially if it's a car you know that's coated. Oh my gosh, bro. You'll be out there. You'll be spraying it down with the rinseless and everything's just going to be running off. And there's going to be really nothing on the surface. What you're coming in and really applying the rinseless is really not doing much, but you're picking up any little bit of anything that might be on it. Then you come in with your drying towel and it's just boom, done. It's just
wow.
That's awesome.
It's so easy, man.
It's my new tool. That's we're gonna start doing. So
fine detailing. Rinseless is slept on for sure. Anybody else got any questions for Papa Smurf? I mean,
any other questions for real Papa? I think
I'm an open book. Other than Aaron. Aaron is cut off from questions.
Oh, people ought to be wrong here. It's okay. Aaron's funny. Well, I know, Tyler, I know you got to roll. So to wrap up, I always like to kind of go and do kind of a scenario or not a scenario, but just do a format of really just to have you share something before you take off. And then also just share your platforms where people can find you. I know most of the people can, but I always like to have it because people go and watch these podcasts and at least they know where they can go to follow your channels and things like that. So we'll start first with where Mr. Papa Smurf can be found on all the social platforms so that is live and
so you can find me on Instagram. It's PapaSmurf918 detail on Instagram. That's me. My YouTube channel, PapaSmurf918. You just search it up. You'll see me. If you want to email me, you can. PapaSmurf918@gmail.com or PapaSmurf918detailing@gmail.com. I don't get many there, so that's why. Facebook. I do have a Facebook page. I should probably upload more stuff there, but it's kind of hard to just bounce between YouTube and Instagram and then Facebook and all this. And I know you can share it all at once.
You can cross post them on.
Yeah, most of them.
That's what I try to do. It's hard.
That's where you can find me. You can also find me at SEMA 2024, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go. November 5th through the 8th. If you're going to Vegas and you're going to SEMA, come see Papa Smurf. We'll take a selfie. We'll do a quick video. I mean, come on. I mean, you got to see this beard in person. It's amazing.
I love it. Guys, he has got some incredible, his channels, his technology, his video, I mean, the knowledge that he provides is really, really outstanding. So if you're looking for, from paint corrections, like we talked about earlier, to the rinseless wash, to chemicals, to different products that he does reviews for, he's got an incredible view. He's got incredible outcome on what his results are, but as well, just his final result, things that he provides for the YouTube channels and things like are very educational. You can learn a lot. and it's also I love watching them because it helps me. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, I'm not able to be in a shop as much or into a garage. I'm out mobile, but I like seeing what you're doing and try to take some of the technology and some of the technical sides of things and try to implement like this rinseless wash method thing that I'm gonna take it by the horn and
we'll get you in it. And some of my videos are really like, I have to apologize to a lot of people because I was telling Fab, I said only Smurf can turn a tire dressing video into like a 38-minute video. But I'll tell you what, I had so much fun shooting this video on Pan's tire dressing with my buddy Larry and the Smurf scale. That like some people, they might get annoyed. They're like, you know, people's attention span, you know, they're like, they don't want to see these videos that are 30, 40 minutes. But I talk and I like to really share my thoughts, and I call it thinking out loud, straight up. In a lot of my videos, a lot of my paint correction videos and a lot of my full detail videos, I'm thinking out loud, but I'm thinking out loud with everybody that's watching.
Yep.
This is what I'm thinking. Well, then let's try it here. Well, if it's good here, let's try it here. Let's try this, you know, because everybody's going to wonder. So how can I limit the wondering, if that makes sense? How can I limit the wondering? By increasing my video length? Yeah, I'm not doing it for views. I don't give a crap how many people watch the video. I give a crap that the people that watch the video take away what I want them to take away from the video, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. And I think that's what's so important. And as being an influencer or a YouTube channel or having product reviews is that someone's taking away and learning or trying to implement something that you've demonstrated or you showed or you've talked about, because ultimately you can have a ton of reviews and no one takes anything away. It's pointless. It's kind of a waste of time. But exactly. I agree with you. Guys, again, go follow PapaSmurf. One of the things that we like to do here is I always like to have the guests share something that they can share with the audience that they can take away and implement. It can be affiliated with detail. It could be just personal life. It could be just your motto or whatever that you like to do, you like to implement in your daily activities that people can use and go and implement themselves or remember, you know, that this is something that you should do when you're doing whatever it may be. So I want, if you don't mind, share something that someone or our audience and those that will watch the podcast episode can hear what Mr. PapaSmurf has to give back to the community.
Absolutely. I got two right now. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. 2, don't be mad at the results you didn't get from the work that you didn't put in.
Well, wow. Very well.
Cool.
Very well said. Very, very well said.
There you go.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Guys, go and check out his content. Really do. I'm serious. His YouTube channel is incredible. It's awesome. Check out. He's always live. If you catch him on Instagram, you catch them during the week sometimes. They're awesome. They're hilarious. They're fun. They're entertaining, and they're interactive, which is even more fun. PapaSmurf, you're a stud. You're awesome. You're an honor. We really are a legend. We appreciate you coming and spending time. We can't wait to have you back again.
Absolutely.
Guys,
anytime, man. Anytime.
It's been an awesome time. Guys, again, we appreciate you joining with the X's and O's this evening and PapaSmurf and his time. Guys, remember, go out and do the things that you need to do to be successful. Always enjoy detailing. Be happy when you're doing it. And keep it shiny and fresh as always.
PapaSmurf918 is PapaSmurf918 is the channel. Titan Detailing Products asked. Cool. PapaSmurf918. I love all you guys in the chat, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
Fun.
Are we going behind the